What's going on, Wild Family? Today, I'm going to be introducing the Tesway X7. Tesway is a company that I have grown to love in the last 5 to 6 months. If you watch the channel, you know that I have raved and written and tested and reviewed the X5. Well, they've since sent me the X7, which is their step over version of this bike, right? I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison or show you the X5 in a minute. But what I wanna do now is I want to do the specs on the bike. But before we do that, we have to do the unboxing. So let's go to the unboxing. All right, Wild Family, let's get to the unboxing of the Tesway X7 Pro. So when you get this box delivered to you, this is how it's gonna look. Now, I like to walk around to make sure that there's no damages, make sure I got the right bike, right? There's the product information, US delivery. It's a 20 by 4-inch fat tire e-bike. I got matte black. And there's all the other specs, right? It's a rating of 110, 2040 volts. You have max speed of 25 kilometer, but that's, it comes locked that way. You can unlock it and I'll show you that. But check the box, make sure it's good, right? It's a little bit scratched up there, but I don't see anything that's really of concern with the bike, with the box, right? Now this is the funny part. It says do not lay flat, which they always lay it flat. And then keep the box for at least 30 days for a quick return. Let me make sure I do this. For a quick return. Now, I've been doing this a long time. To preserve the box, it's almost impossible. So, I mean, you can try to do it, but you're gonna need some help. I do this stuff by myself, so I actually cut the box. But right now, we're gonna go ahead and unbox this bad baby so you can see what it looks like inside. Now, I forgot to mention that they usually come stapled, right? They come stapled on the sides as well. I take the staples out and I try to open the box. We'll see if we can do that. But the problem is a lot of these companies will also glue the box. So you can't keep it intact. So we'll see if they glue this or not. All right, as I thought, this is glued on. So it makes me laugh when they say save the box so you can use it to return it if there's any issues, because you can't save the box. You can do your best, but you're gonna have to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a box cutter, cut it open, get the bike out, and again, if something happens and I do have to return this bike, it would have to be repackaged, probably not in the same box, or it's gonna require a lot of duct tape. All right, so once you open the box, this is the top view. From here, you can see that there was some issues there, but it doesn't look like there's anything real problematic with this. But there it is. I want to check out what the box looks like. You know, right off the bat, I can see the tires. I can't stand those. I mean, these are cheap plastic ass tires. It drives me insane that these companies can't put on some decent tires on these bikes. All right, so we'll check out what's in this box. We know this is the seat, and we'll start to unpack this. All right, let's check out what's in this box. Probably the headlight. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so we have the charger. All right, the charger. Here, so you guys can see. So it is a model X3 XT 30 Victor blah blah blah, right? Input 100 to 240 volts. You have 5 amps So typical, nice charger, got the fan in it to cool it off. So we have the charger, we have metal plates. These are the pegs. It comes with pegs in the rear seat. The throttle, this is one of the bikes you freaking have to put the throttle on. That drives me, I don't understand companies. The headlight, which is the little headlight, so you can put the basket in the front, not the big motorcycle headlight that you see on my X5. Your quick release for the front tire. This is the single motor version, guys, and a toolkit. Plus you have your instructions for the X Pro, the manual. So that's what's in the box. All right, so it's got the little backrest, the back seat, the regular seat, right? I'm gonna take out the battery because once I take out the battery and take out this tire, I'm gonna be able to just pull the bike up out of the box. And it's probably gonna be the first time that I actually gonna be able to preserve the box. I just have to, if I ever have to send it back, I just have to figure out how to secure this. It's gonna require a lot of duct tape, pretty much. But I'll be able to get this bike out. All right, I got the bike out and I put that front tire on. But I wanna take a quick moment because I'm hoping these bike companies can really hear me and really, I mean, I can't express how cheap this rubber is. I mean, it's almost embarrassing to, if I were a company owner, it's embarrassing to put these tires on. I mean, this is crazy, crazy cheap. I don't freaking get it. It's so frustrating. All right, well, family, I've changed the plans. Instead of giving you the specs right now, what I'm gonna do is, first, I'm gonna change the tires. It just annoys me. Just every time I look at the tires, I love that reflective ring. I think that's a big plus, especially for visibility. It's important. But the tires suck so bad. And, I don't want to go on the road with these shitty ass tires because the way I ride and the areas I ride, I know I'm going to get a puncture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my new tires. These are my favorite road tires. They're Ultraverse. Here, I'll show you the box. The Ultraverse 20 by 4 inch tires. I mean, these are solid and they're very quiet on the road, which is what I like. So I'm gonna change that out real quick. And then if you haven't seen like these manual tire changers, if you're like me, not necessary for the average e-bike guy, right? But if you're like me, you have a shop, you change a lot of tires, this is worth its weight in gold. It's only like 40 bucks. I'll put the description down below. I think it's 46 or 40 bucks, something like that, maybe a little less. But it's phenomenal. Makes changing, taking off the tires and putting on new tires much easier. I have the battery for the Tesway charging over there next to my Anioki. If you guys don't remember, this is the Anioki that I upgraded the rear motor to a 5,000 watt motor. The thing flies right now. I love it. Great bike. So again, if you are interested in any of these bikes, either DM me, I'll send you a link and a discount code to get them. Right now, if you're locally, I have 7 Anioki bikes coming, every model. An AQ177 you cannot buy online anymore. So you can only buy from dealers like myself. So if you're interested in the new AQ177, DM me. If you want a new one, DM me, okay? So there you have it, WOW family, the beautiful Tesway X7, fully assembled. This company, I love what they do with their bikes. I love the build, I love how they ride. We're gonna go ahead and go over the specs, and then we're gonna go take it out for an initial ride, first impressions. And then as always, We'll give you a full review when we test this out while dashing, because as always, we got to see if the bike can handle the demands of a dasher. All right, let's start in the front. I brought out the original tire because the bike is going to come to you with these Kenda 24 by 4 inch fat tires, right? The look of the Kenda I like because I'm a huge fan of that reflective ring. Unfortunately, this tire, it's just crap, man. This is a crappy tire. Super light, super thin, not a fan of it. So I switched them out for these Ultraverse tires, right? Super thick rubber. I love the pattern. It's more of a road type pattern for the road. And I do mostly road riding. I don't do a lot of off-road riding. I live in South Florida. All the bikes that I do off-road riding with, I have taken up to my property in Georgia. So I prefer that tire. Anyway, now this version of the X5 is the 52 volt, 2000 watt motor, but it's a single motor. Again, I'm gonna show you the X5, and the X5 that I have is the dual motor 52 volt version of it. But this one has all the power in the rear, which I prefer. But let's stay in the front of the bike. So on the front, the bike comes with these plastic fenders, which I prefer over metal. And for me, it's just because of the noise. Metal fenders, some people like them. They may think they look better, etc. I just think these are easier to adjust. They're quiet, etc. Now I chose to put this headlight on and not the motorcycle style headlight because I'm going to be adding a basket to this bike. And believe it or not, I really love how powerful these little headlights are. Now, the bike does come with full suspension. If you look here, they are, you can lock them or unlock them. They're non-adjustable though. You can't adjust them, or at least I don't think you can adjust them. You might, but they're not air suspension. And the forks are branded with the Tesway name on it. If we come up, the wire harness on it, I'm okay with it. I know some people don't like it. They think it should be cleaned up a little bit. I don't care if they put the wrap or this, it doesn't matter. The wire harness is going to be the wire harness. It's never been an issue for me. Again, this one, just like the X5, you have the option to put the basket, or you can put the actual motorcycle light on it that it will go here. Again, I chose this one for this model, and I'll show you on the X5 that I put the motorcycle light on because I'm gonna put a basket on it. If you go up, you'll see the BMX style handlebars. Now, this handlebar is different than the X5, much different, and it's higher, or I think it's higher. We're gonna compare it in a second. But let's go again, let's work our way back. Let's take this tire out. Again, this is the step over version, and I got the black color. Now, the frame itself, I think it's super sturdy. For me, it's a nice looking bike, right? I don't know, put in the comments if you actually like this style. I actually really like the way the bike looks. Now, these are adjustable handlebars, meaning you can pull this back towards you and forward. When I go out on this ride, because I haven't ridden this bike at all, when I go take it out for the first impression ride, I'll let you know if I like that over the other handlebars. In fact, let me just show you the other bike now. So here's a side-by-side comparison, right? Here's the X5, and again, there's not that much difference between the step-through version and the step-over version. Because the step-over is higher, but it's not that much higher than the step-through. Now, here's what I was saying about the difference. in the bikes. Again, this is dual motor. This is single motor, but everything else so far is the same. Here is the difference in the light, right? The X5, I mean, you have the option to get that light or that light. And I went with this one on this model so I can add the basket to it. But here's the major difference is the handlebars. Those are the handlebars that come on the X5, and those are the handlebars that come on the X7. Now, the X7 height of the handlebar is high compared to the X5. It's much lower. So if you're a taller individual, then this may be a better option for you because the handlebars are higher. You're gonna sit up more upright. Now, again, I haven't ridden it, so I don't know which one's more comfortable for me. I'll let you know on this ride. But the handlebars are definitely higher. The plus to this one is that they are adjustable. You can go front and back, and on this one you can't. They're not adjustable, right? You know, the position of the handlebars is the position of the handlebars. So let's go back. You have the big chain ring on this, which I really, really like. I mean, it's a 52 teeth chain ring. I really like that. It comes with the plastic pedals that I'll be changing to these pedals. These Redshift pedals, in my opinion, are the best pedals on the market. They are pricey though. I really like them. You know, if you're not familiar with them, what I like about them, let me see. Did I kill the battery on this? No. So what I like about them is that you know, you can turn them on and they light, which gives you more visibility on the road, and there's different options of it. So I'm a big fan of those pedals. I'll be switching this out to that. As we go back, there's the battery, right? It is a 52 volt, 60 amp hour battery, just like on the X5. You also have a nice heavy duty rear rack I took the rack on, I went off, but the rear rack here. And if we come down and let's look at the suspension, this is the coil suspension is the suspension I really like. Now, again, non-adjustable. This is really for decoration. It means nothing. I guess it just looks cool. You have your typical Shimano derailleur in the back, and you have the motor, the 2000 watt motor in the back of the bike. So if we continue back, in the back you have the plastic fenders. I will turn on that rear light in a second. Not a big fan of the light though, that rear light. It's not really super bright. The bike doesn't come with turn signals, which is a big miss in my opinion. Now, I recently did a live and we discussed some of the overrated overhyped or underhyped accessories. And I don't know where I sit on turn signals other than the fact that I believe they should come on all bikes. I can tell you that I put turn signals on all of my bikes, but even though I put them on, I can tell you that I use it probably less than 50% of the time because I forget, right? If we come around this side, again, same look on this side on the bike. We move up here to the seat. I like this seat, it's super comfortable. No complaints with the seat itself. To take out that battery, you can either take off that seat, you unplug this, turn the key, and it just slides out, right? Really super easy. You can charge the bike. You can charge the battery with the battery on the bike, or you can take it off and charge it someplace else. Put this back on. It's got that quick release for the seat. It's pretty cool. Now let's look up on the handlebars and let's look at what the controls are. One thing that I really like about the bike is this saying that they put on here, go far away. I like that. I like the fact that it's like a quick reminder that you have, because of this battery, because of that chain ring, you have the ability to go far. In terms of range, they have a claim range of 200 miles. I can tell you that I have not hit that 200 miles, but I don't ride the way you should to hit 200 miles, right? If you stay on pedal assist 1 and pedal, you can probably get that 200 miles, but you're only riding about 10 miles an hour. So for example, on my coast to coast ride that I just recently did, I used the X5 to help me out, or help out the Julia Pro, right? That was like my backup. And if I needed to do a second charge, I took that bike. And I'll let you watch that video to see how that performed. I won't spoil it for you guys if you haven't seen that video, but I recommend you see it. And then you'll get to see what full throttle, going max out, dual motor on that bike, what the actual range is, because I took it down to, I think it was 6%. Okay, going back here. Here's a cool feature on the bike is that to turn it on, you need this NFC card. I'm a fan of this, or a key. It's just a set, additional added security that I really like. So to turn it on, you hit the power button. You're gonna have the option to use a passcode or the card, NFC card. And basically, that's how it comes on. As you can see, this bike has not been written. It's only got 1.1 miles on it. Right now, we're at 100% charge. I charged this bad baby. It gives you percentage and battery bars. I prefer the votes, but percentage and battery bars is good enough for me. This bike will come locked, which you could only get like 19 miles an hour on it locked. But to unlock it, all you have to do is press the info button. You'll see that 99 flash, and now it is unlocked. So let me lock it again. It's locked, it's at 25. So let me tilt the bike over, and let's do some free spinning. The bike is locked right now. I'm tilting it over. Let's move this up to pedal assist 5, and let's see how fast we can get. Yeah, as I stated, you're only getting 15 miles an hour, and this is with no weight on it when the bike is locked. So now let's unlock it. And you can get up to 41 miles an hour with no weight on it. So let's talk about the grips. It comes with this rubber grip. It's locking, which is good, but I can tell you these grips are kind of shitty. You know, if you look at the X5, not that one, I think it's on this side. Yeah, if you can see, it's already breaking. And I really, I really haven't had the bike that long. But I added the mirrors. I really like the control panel. You know, you have the light here, up and down arrows, info, the power button. I like the display, very, very nice display, visible, even in direct sunlight. I love that. You got plenty of space on your handlebar. Like I'm gonna be adding my phone charger, but you can add whatever. You have your standard Shimano shifter that I had to move to put my mirror on. Now, the bike, if you saw in the assembly video, you have to assemble the throttle. Not hard to do, but you have to take out the handle that looks like this, or the grip that looks like that one, and put this grip on with the throttle. You have your horn, not super loud, but louder than a bell. I wish it was really loud because I use this for cars, not pedestrians. But the handles themselves, you know, they're pretty good. To get into your settings, you hit the plus and minus sign. It'll get you to your P settings or to your, and you can add your code. But I never go in there. There's no, on this bike, there's no need to do it because you can unlock it from here. And I leave it with the settings that it comes with, which is your 5-pedal assist, and I don't touch anything else. Start strength is fine. We will see how this bike performs. So what I'm gonna do now is let's go take it out for a ride. We'll do a speed test, go through the pedal assist, the usual stuff. And I might even dash. I always say that I'm not going to, but I end up doing it anyways. But let's go ride, my beautiful people. All right, guys, let's get ready to ride. Let me turn on Strava. 100% battery. As I mentioned, right off the bat, I can tell you that the handlebars, and I feel like I'm riding in a higher position on this bike. Let me turn this on. Than I do on the X5. My tires, a set of tires came in. But we're gonna go over here. I don't really have, actually I know where we can go. But we're gonna go this way real quick. I like the throttle, is pretty responsive, I like that. And we're gonna go off-road a little bit. This is really, really quick just to check out if there's any rattling. And so far, no rattling at all. And that what you're hearing is my cable. Wow. Let me drop this down to 1, because I don't know if you saw that, it kind of jerked me when I pedaled. So right now, pedal assist 1. I'm on gear 4. Pretty easy to pedal. If I had to pedal, I don't know how much assistance I'm getting. I don't think I'm getting any. Let's see, throttle. Throttle, we're at 7 miles an hour. Oh, you know what? Did I unlock this baby? I had unlocked it. So let me keep it unlocked. Again, we're at throttle, 7 miles an hour. And if I pedal, I can go faster, obviously, because I'm giving it help. 2 there's a real difference in 2. There's substantial more power when I go to 2. Pedaling, I'm at 15 miles an hour. And let's see, throttle. Throttle right at 15. Get the suspension real quick. Oh, I like it. Suspension is good. Oh, let me see. And let's compare it to the GPS. The problem with GPS here in my area is that it lags, and it lags bad. We're on pedal assist 2. I'm doing 15 miles an hour. And as you can see, on the GPS, we're at 15, it's 14. Let's see. It's climbing. I gotta balance that front tire. So it looks like there might be a 1 mile per hour difference. Let's go to 3. Let me pedal first. Let me just go to the highest gear too. Oh yeah, I love how the pedal feels. This big chain ring allows you to pedal and get some resistance. Yeah, there is a difference between the speedometer and the GPS. Let's turn around here. Oh, it turned out to be a beautiful day today. I'm loving it. Let's see, throttle. Throttle only pedal assist 3. The speedometer's got me at 21. At GPS, we're at 19.5. 19.2, 8. 20, see, it's lagging. But there is about a 1 mile per hour difference. Definitely about a 1. No, because see, look, 21, almost 20, let's just say 1 mile. There's a mile difference. So we're gonna go out to the airport. Let's do our hill climb up there. We're also going to the park in Fort Lauderdale because they have I found some nice hills that we can go off-road and test the climbing power of the bike. Again, this is single motor, unlike the X5, it's dual motor. I did add these new tires, but I can already tell you that that front tire needs to be balanced. I didn't do a good job setting that tire. All right, let's go to pedal assist 4. I'm gonna pedal. We're already up to 27, 28, 29. Let's just do throttle only. 29.5. That's right about 29. Now keep in mind, there's about a 1 mile per hour difference, so really 28, but just keep that in mind. There's a 1 mile per hour difference. Look at these cars, bro. All right, we're going to go to 5 once we cross 441. All right, let's go to pedal assist 5. And we're pedaling. We're at 30, 31, 32. We're gonna get the light right here real quick. One thing I can tell you right off the bat as well, it's a smooth ride, just like the X5. I mean, very smooth. Once this light change, we'll continue. Here we go. Pedal assist 5. I'm gonna pedal a little bit for a second, just to help it get up. And throttle only. We're up to 30, 31, 32. 33. 34. 34.5. He's done. Can I get 35? 35. 35.36. So 36. But when you take off that 1 mile per hour, we'll say 35. Not bad for the single motor version, because the dual motor version, 38 is the fastest I can get it. 38, 39. So you're not losing a lot of speed by having the single motor. Now we will see when we get up here to the airport, see how it climbs. But right now, I'm loving it, man. I'm really loving it. All right, guys, we're at the base of the airport overpass, right? Now this bike claims to have 200 Newton meters of torque. So it should have no problems going up this steep. It's not long, but it's very steep. And I'm at the base of the hill, so I don't give it a running start. So let's move this up to pedal assist 5, full throttle. Oh, let me turn this on. All right, pedal assist 5, full throttle. Let's see, baby. It's a nice, easy start. One of the things I like about the bike too, it has a slow start, but it's not so slow that it could be dangerous when you're trying to cross the street. But right now we're up. We're going at 24 miles an hour. And even though it's steadily increasing the incline, we're still at 24.6. Let's see if we lose power. No, we actually gain a little bit. We're at 25. And we're at the top. 25 miles per hour. Definitely not the torquiest bike I have, but it's good enough. Again, you know, I've said this a lot, but I'm gonna continue to say it, especially if this is your first time watching one of my videos. I am not a big fan of dual motor bikes. I don't think they're necessary as long as you have a decent rear motor that's strong enough, like this one that claims to have 200 Newton meters of torque. You don't need dual motors. Save your money, right? Save your battery, because dual motors do eat up more battery than single motor bikes. Save your money, save your battery, and just get single motor, man, trust me. On the dual motor version, I'm only getting 38, 39, so it's not like you're losing a lot. but you gain more, you gain a lot by having a single motor. Now, the downside, right, because the plus with dual motor, especially if you can separate the motors, meaning you can use only that front motor, the downside is if something happens to your rear motor, you're screwed, right? If you have dual motors and something happens to that rear motor, at least you can make it back home. Wow. All right, let me pull over here because I wasn't going to dash, but I'm going to dash, so let me turn on my apps. All right, I turned on the apps and I already got an order at Las Vegas, which is down the road here. It's $5 for 2 miles. We'll take that. I'm gonna stay on pedal assist 5. Well, I'll probably stay between pedal assist 5 and 4. I did notice that you get the same very bad voltage drop whenever you're pedaling. It'll go down to like 85, and then as you can see, it jumps back up to 100 in terms of battery percentage. But I'm interested to see if I can get more range on this one than the dual motor. I'm gonna say 100% yes. I'll be able to get more range, but I need to do a apples to apples test range on it, right? So we'll see what we get today. As I mentioned, let's talk a little bit about the ride quality of the bike. Tesway, in my opinion, builds solid bikes. The build is phenomenal, but what I like about it is the ride quality, right? The suspension is really good. It makes you feel like you're riding, or it makes you feel like you're riding a Cadillac. That's how nice the ride is. And then the fact that this one is lighter than the X5 makes it more nimble. Now, as I mentioned, I got a bug in my eye, even though I got glasses. Oh my God. Safety glasses up. Should have went right underneath my safety glasses. As I was saying, you do, or at least I feel that I am higher, seated in a much higher position than I do on the X5. The X5, the handlebars are, and I'm gonna measure it, but I'm gonna guesstimate that it is probably 2 inches lower than the X5. So you get more of an upright position. So you feel more upright. So if you like that upright position, you're gonna like this one better. Do a quick range check. Gone 18 miles so far according to Strava. And we have 96% battery. All right, I dropped that off. I'm gonna head back to my zone. But I wanna talk a little bit more about the bike and what I think who this bike is for. If you're looking for a bike that does have some power, does have 200 Newton meters of torque, so it does have finding power, has some decent speed. It's not a mini go, it's not a wired bike where you're going 40 plus miles an hour, but it easily rides at 28 miles an hour with no issues, and you have range, then this bike's for you, especially if you like to cruise, right? If you're looking to just cruise around the block, run some errands. If you're in South Florida, cruise around the beach, this bike is great, right? The other thing is, if you are a dasher, this bike is really good for dashing. Again, range, speed, but the carrying capacity and how comfortable it is. I mean, you can do an 8, 9, 10-hour shift easy on this bike. Because it's just really comfortable. And then the last reason is if you like to pedal, right? This bike, if you like to pedal, it's a nice pedaling bike. So the sensor is very responsive. You got that big chain ring, so you're less likely to ghost pedal. Like right now, I'm at 28 miles an hour, and I'm not ghost pedaling. Now, when I put this up to PS5, and I hit that 35 miles an hour, then yeah, you're gonna ghost pedal. But that's who this bike is for. You know, it's a very durable, versatile bike. And for me, for the single motor version, for the price point, you can't beat it. All right, guys, we are done for today. It was a great ride. First of all, it was a beautiful day. Weather is perfect. And the bike is as expected, right? I have the X5. The X5 is a phenomenal bike. I really love it. I've been raving about that bike, and this bike is no exception, right? It's identical with the exception of the fact that it is lighter. This is 119 pounds. Here's one thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning. If you buy this bike, you get a 2-year warranty, which is, in my opinion, very good because most bike companies only give you 1 year. This company will give you a 2-year warranty if you buy the bike. And if you are considering buying the X5, the X7, or any of the Tesway bikes, consider using my link. It's going to be in the description below. You'll get a discount, you'll save some money, and it'll help me out a lot. Let's look at how many miles I went. I went 32, almost 33 miles. I rode for an hour and 53 minutes. Average speed was 117.4, and we have 70% battery. So again, as expected, you're going to get a lot of range with this bike. Stay tuned. I'm going to take this bike out. I'm going to ride from my house as far north on A1A as I can until I get the battery down to about 20%. But anyway, my beautiful people, don't forget, ride, hustle, repeat.